So one of the drawbacks to doing the overnight show is we usually don't get to give anything away. And that sucks. Those daytime shows get to give stuff away. But every once in a while, they throw us a bone. So some exciting news here that I want to pass on. And it's not just our show. It's all of Fox Sports Radio. But they included our show. How nice of that is of management to include our program. So Fox Sports Radio has teamed up with our friends at tirerack.com. You hear us talk about tirerack.com a lot. It's a good company. They've got a good product. Everyone needs tires these days, right? And that's just the way it is. And so to give away a set of 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, a set of 4 brand new tires. How cool is that? Yeah. Valued at up to $1,500 every 2 weeks. So it's not just a one-time giveaway. No. Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks during this summer. And that's right. 3 lucky listeners will receive a set of 4 tires plus installation, taxes, and fees, valued at up to $1,500. And it can be yours. Right? Yeah. It's the summer of Tire Rack Sweepstakes. Enter daily at foxsportsradio.com to increase your chances to win. Yes, you. Not him or not him. They're not eligible. But you can register to win every single day to improve your chances. A winner will be selected every 2 weeks between now and August 27th for a set of 4 brand new tires. Here's the key part. Listen closely. To enter, here's what you do. All right? Get the rules and enter. Visit foxsportsradio.com. And I would really like somebody that listens overnight to win, because it would upset management greatly if that happens. So I'm pulling for you, the overnight nocturnal listener, to win these tires. It's sponsored by tirerack.com, the way tire buying should be. Again, if you want to enter, foxsportsradio.com. Enter every single day, all summer long, and you can smell the rubber of brand new tires. And you can thank your friends at tirerack.com and Fox Sports Radio. We are hearing that Donovan Mitchell, better known as Spider, Donovan Mitchell, his time in Cleveland is closing fast. It's coming to an end. Say what? So there are whispers around the NBA. And the whispers indicate that Mitchell is not planning on making Cleveland his forever home. Instead, he would like to move on to greener pastures, hopefully in the tri-state area there, in the New York area. And he's not planning on signing an extension. Now, a year ago, actually less than a year ago, last September, Donovan Mitchell was traded with much fanfare and traded to Cleveland from the Utah Jazz. But now the word is the Cavs not something he wants to continue with long term, and he can't leave this year. He can't leave for another season plus, so he's stuck in Cleveland at least that long. So let us discuss here as the debate rages, what will you do? You make the call. If it is true that Donovan Mitchell is not happy, and we know how this works in the NBA, if you're not happy, oh my God, if you're not happy, forget about it. So the question on this one, as we discussed, the question, are Donovan Mitchell's days truly numbered in Cleveland? So I am nodding my head yes. I've got optometrist, positive affirmations, and Piggy. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a wonderful, wonderful training camp experience, which will only cost you several $100s by the time you get out of there with all the crap that they're going to try to sell you if you go to NFL training camp. So anyway, first of all, to answer the question, are Donovan Mitchell's days numbered in Cleveland? The answer, of course, is yes. This is a tangled web of chaos with Mitchell and the Cavaliers, because Spider, at the very beginning, when he was with the Jazz, he had his sights set for Gotham. Even though the Jazz had good teams and they had great regular season teams and good players around him, he did not want to be in Salt Lake. He had his eye back in his home area of the New York area. He wanted to play in that region. And whether it was the Knicks, his preferred destination. We know this. You pay attention. Or the Brooklyn Nets. And so he wanted out of there, out of Utah. He ends up making a stop in Cleveland, but it's really a pit stop is what it is. And Mitchell has played well. He's only been there for a season. He played good basketball. And some of the nerds are saying that Mitchell was actually better in a cadaver uniform than he was with the Jazz in Salt Lake. And Cleveland helped win 50. He helped Cleveland win 50 games. Mitchell helping Cleveland win 50 games for the first time in a season without LeBron James since they had Mark Price and Brad Daugherty back in the early 90s. That's how long it had been for a non-LeBron team in Cleveland to do that well. And so they have a nice roster. It's not the greatest roster in the NBA. They have some good young talent, but it doesn't matter. All of that is subterfuge. All of it, right? It's elevator music. It's background noise. That's it. Because Donovan Mitchell, you could argue, and I think I will argue, he needs to see an optometrist because he's got a wandering eye. He's got a wandering eye. He's peeking around the corner just like he did with the Utah Jazz. I buy it. I buy it 100%. Now, he hasn't been as outspoken as James Harden, as outspoken as Dame Lillard. But if you're the Cavs, you make the call. You could flip Mitchell right now to his preferred destination of New York or one of the usual suspects, Miami or Boston or one of the L.A. teams, and you'd get a goodie bag in return. Maybe you want the goodie bag. Maybe you don't want the goodie bag. But if you wait a year, the price tag gets lower, and you're not going to, in theory, get as much, although it seems like all of these NBA trades outside of the Rudy Gobert trade to Minnesota, which was highway robbery if you love draft picks. But most of these other trades, you had a few first-round picks, a couple of pick swaps, and that's it. That's all you get. Now, page 2 here. Talking pro basketball, reality TV star Mark Cuban, and he moonlights as an NBA owner, but Mark Cuban popped up on state-sponsored NBA radio recently, and he said some things that caught my attention. He explained recently that here's the chain of command, the totem pole of success in Dallas. He said that Kyrie, as in Kyrie Irving, has matured. Well, that's a headline. Kyrie has matured to the point, according to Cuban, where Kyrie knows it is Luka's team. Now, Cuban mumbled that as he made this audio appearance. He said, Luka knows it. It's Luka's team. Cuban sputtered. He also said that Kyrie knows it's Luka's team, and that's what it's important. That's what is important, and he's willing to play more of a shooting guard role. And then when Luka's out, he can have a point guard role. So the question, how do you decode the latest comments from Mark Cuban saying that Kyrie Irving has matured and he knows the Mavericks are Luka's team? So this is what's known as Mark Cuban using positive affirmations. This is him throwing it out there. Yeah, Kyrie gets it. He's matured. Is he fooling anyone? Maybe the idiot in the back of the room is buying this. Maybe there's an idiot back there, but it's just mumbo jumbo is what it is. Have you seen any evidence that Kyrie Irving has matured? I'm asking for a friend. Seriously. I mean, we pay attention to this stuff every night. We look for things to chat about. Kyrie pops up quite a bit, and the decisions he makes don't seem to be quite the greatest decisions on the planet there. And Irving has consistently been preoccupied with other things. And as a result, he has contaminated every team he's played for since leaving Cleveland. And you could argue at the end there, he was also contaminating the Cavs because he wanted to get away from LeBron James, out of the shadow of LeBron James. The timing worked out where he was let out. And since he left LeBron's shadow, how's that working out? Put up some great individual stats, Uncle Drew. So Mark Cuban is trying to speak into existence a radical transformation that there is zero evidence has taken place for Kyrie Irving. That and $8 a month will get you paid Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called. Now, final thought. Let's go now to the reigning finals MVP, the Joker. Not a joking matter, The Serbian superstar Nikola Jokic of your Denver Nuggets, his horse recently won a race which allowed him to be given another trophy. And he held said trophy. Now, how do we know he held said trophy in Serbia? Because the Nuggets big man not only held this thing, but he was dancing around celebrating this title. The video has gone viral. It's been seen millions of times, allegedly, in the Matrix. So what did you make of Nikola Jokic and his over-the-top celebratory dance, his happy dance, his hug, his kiss, the whole thing for winning the race, his horse winning the race there, and he celebrated. It's craziness, absolute craziness. So Jokic, watching this clip, and I watched it several times to do the proper amount of research because that's how I operate, and Nikola Jokic, his celebration on, it wasn't a dance floor, it was kind of, it looked like some kind of buffet type setup at an entertainment venue. It didn't look like a dance floor to me. But the raw emotion, the enthusiasm that the Joker had. And I went back and I watched clips on YouTube of after the finals when Denver beat Miami, and he did not celebrate anywhere near the level of celebration he had for his horse winning a race in Serbia. He kissed this dude, his buddy, I guess it's his business partner, I would assume, there, and hugged him. And I mean, this was vital to his existence. There was this music playing in the background. It kind of sounded to me like polka music. I don't know if that's big in Serbia, but they had a little like polka type music, it sounded like to me, and he was dancing along there. He held that trophy tighter than the finals MVP. Remember the famous story after the NBA Finals? He was given the finals MVP trophy. He left it. He just left it. He didn't really care about it that much. This trophy, he was cuddling this like a newborn baby, protecting it from the world, this horse racing trophy. And so my advice now to the Nuggets to make sure that Nikola Jokic is happy is you need to go out and you need to build a nice barnyard outside the Denver Nuggets practice facility there. Get a stable and allow Jokic to monitor his horses right there in the Rocky Mountains, because after winning the NBA Finals, his next goal is not to win another NBA championship. It is to win the Kentucky Derby. That is the next goal for the Joker.